Carl's mother, Lori Besaw. Her father, retired Sergeant First Class Frank Besaw. Her children, Noah, Kayla, and Jackson. Her good friend, Carla Jackson. I would also like to welcome the following distinguished guests in attendance. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Surgeon General, Air Education and Training Command, Colonel Gianna Zay. Deputy Surgeon General, Air Education and Training Command, Colonel Imelda Reedy. Chief Medical Enlisted Force, Air Education and Training Command, Chief Master Sergeant Lorraine Heiskell. Command Chief, 59th Medical Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Charles Frizzell. Commander, 959th Medical Group, Colonel Christopher Page. And Superintendent, 959th Medical Group, Chief Master Sergeant Jose Diaz. We would also like to welcome our other senior leaders and members of the Joint Base San Antonio community and all guests. Thank you for sharing this special occasion with Sergeant Caldwell and her family. Today, we gather to promote Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Caldwell to the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. The rank of Chief Master Sergeant was established by Congress in 1958, and the ceiling was set at 1% of the enlisted force. In December 1959, 1,700 airmen were the first promoted to this new grade. These airmen were leaders who possessed unique talents and displayed the personal characteristics required to lead and manage Air Force people and programs. Today, we will add Senior Master Sergeant Caldwell to that 1%. She has shown the potential for increased responsibility and that she possesses the attributes needed to be a Chief Master Sergeant. After today, she will be known as Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Norris J. Jackson.
All right, so good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Norris Jackson. As you know, I'm the Surgical Squadron Commander over there at Keesler. Today it's my pleasure to be providing over this ceremony to see Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Caldwell promoted to the rank of Chief. Let's see, the 9th and highest rank, right? The top 1% of, by law, the top 1% of the Air Force. So by definition, it's a big deal. I'm nervous, but I'm nervous because I want to do right by her. You know, she deserves more than what I can give, but I'm doing my best. All right, you got it. All right, so for my Chief Osby, this is to be 5 minutes or less. All right? If I bring 5, let me know. Just wave, get out the hook, and we'll wrap it up. At the tender age of 18, after enlisting as Open General, Airman Caldwell Jasmine basically reported to Maxwell Air Force Base as a surgical technician. It's interesting that her very first EPR, a training report, Staff Sergeant Jerry Rondes basically noted that she's a self-sacrificing individual with enormous professional capabilities and unlimited leadership potential. And I think it's almost prophetic. I'm sorry, I didn't get Google Translate to do it. I think he was a visionary in the fact that 23 years from then, we're standing here now. So, within 2 years, she was already functioning as essentially as the NCOIC of the section. Leading 6 fellow airmen. She served 4 years at Maxwell before getting orders to report to Lakenheath Air Base in November of 2001 as a newly minted Staff Sergeant. While at Lakenheath, she continues to grow as a non-commissioned officer. She's already demonstrated technical competence. Every report you got to her says she knows exactly what she's doing. Budding leader. Now you're starting to see demonstrated leadership potential, things of that nature. She was appointed as official NCO supply at the time the safety's largest operating room. So people are starting to. So as an airman, they said, "Hey, she's got potential, right?" By the time she's a staff sergeant, she's got potential. She's demonstrated. She's been demonstrated in it. Give this girl a shot. Let her lead. Let her do what she needs to do. In September 2004, she reports to Nellis as a surgical surgeon's craftsman, but now she has a SHRED, basically ear, nose, and throat specialization. She's promoted to technical sergeant roughly 1 year later, and she continues to build upon her successes, being a true hospital asset in everything she does. The woman's like a cruise missile, fire and forget, right? And in 5 years, she's promoted to master sergeant. Now, around this time, 2009, she gets assigned to the 99th Air Base Wing staff. And during this time, she truly begins to grow in the role of a senior enlisted NCO. At the group level, in a hospital, you know, yeah, you got something you done, get it to her, walk away, it gets done right the first time, no worries. But now she's actually in an environment where she has to basically, she's got really no true experience or expertise at the wing staff level with the line, working for the line. And Nellis is no joke, you know, it's not Grand Forks. But per Chief Robinson, who was a supervisor at the time while she was with the wing, there were many candid feedback sessions during her time at the wing, during her transition from the me to the we mentality. And as always, she got it. I think that's the key word. You can give great feedback to deaf ears. I can give counseling to the wall. If they don't suck it in, who cares? But she got it, as she always did. She started the wing staff as a medical tech and left as a polished, non-commissioned officer. She then reports back to the medical group to serve as ENT NCOIC and an interim surgical squadron superintendent, just portends things to come. In addition, she is filling the role as the Air Force ENT enlisted consultant. In the fall of 2013, she is promoted to senior master sergeant, and with a new rank, like most of us all know, comes a new assignment. She's then to report to Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, Alaska, as a surgery squadron superintendent. Chief Master Sergeant Molina, Chief Master Sergeant retired Molina, who's in the back there, is quoted as saying, a fellow squadron superintendent was quoted as saying, "We all agreed that Senior Master Sergeant, here we go. Vic Molina, who was a fellow superintendent at the time, was discussing Jasmine with his fellow superintendents, and he said, and I quote, as a Senior Master Sergeant, she was already a chief, just add the stripe." Okay. So, at this time, I come into the picture. I was assigned to J-Bear. Senior Master Sergeant Caldwell was, she saw the writing on the wall, and there was going to be a vacancy in the upcoming squadron commander position. Either she recognized my potential as a commander, or she simply wanted a figurehead to get out of her way and let her lead the squadron if she saw fit. I don't know. But in any event, she essentially selected me as her next boss. And we can explain it to you, but that's pretty much how it happened.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So, and so, you know, and one thing that's kind of interesting on a side note, when I was reviewing EPRs, I don't appear on any of them. My signature's nowhere. I was literally her commander no less than 2 times during that time frame of J. Barry, and I was nowhere to be found. And when I asked her about it, she's like, "What? Really?" I mean, you know, life's a chessboard. Some people playing checkers, some people playing chess. I digress. Okay, back to work. But I can also say that I would not be a Colonel Select today without her guidance and numerous closed-door sessions, which typically began with, "Look, fool, we need to talk." She's got a history of being very straightforward. She's very sincere, very genuine. That attitude, that perseverance, that character trait, not a flaw, would sometimes get her into trouble, but most times she's telling people what they need to hear. I think the wing vice commander owed a little money on a coffee fund, is that right? They pay up? Yeah. Okay. So, in 2019, she reports here as a 4-in-1 associate career field manager, and you all know her career here much better than I can paraphrase it, so I'll save us that. But one thing that I noted that in multiple interviews with her friends, colleagues, coworkers, reviewing her training reports and whatnot, certain things kept coming back to the forefront. Strong-willed, respectfully opinionated, effective, the example, energetic. I believe so energetic so that she was nicknamed Skippy.
Oh, okay.
Is that correct? Yeah. And that nickname stuck with her from Lake and Beach. I think the wing quoted you being Skippy as well. But these were recurring characterizations that were from independent sources, and anyone who actually knows Jasmine knows that, yeah, you're right. Those aren't just platitudes. That's her being her and doing what she does. So in closing, I'll leave you with one quote from Lakeisha Johnson, Jasmine's friend and colleague for over 15 years, but I have to set the context of it so it kind of makes sense, all right? So, the lagoon. So they were in Jamaica, rowing across the lagoon. Lakeisha's in the front, Jasmine's in the back. Lakeisha is overcome by the beauty of this place and whips out her phone and starts taking pictures and, you know, just soaking in the scenery. And the boat's still moving, right? But it's moving slower. Finally it stops. So then Lakeisha looks back and Jasmine has the look because somebody's got to row that boat, right? That's one. And it's Jamaica, it's hot, she's sweating. Okay, that's one. Number 2, Lakeisha has a fear of open water. So why does she decide to go snorkeling? I don't know. So she gets into open water and she realizes she's in open water and heaven and now she has a panic attack. Jasmine, I think she had on a life vest. Jasmine rolls out there to her, grabs her by her vest, and begins to drag her back to safety, whispering in the ear the whole time, you know there's some bull going on. Same look on her face. You know, 2 minutes from being done. And so the last one, Lakeisha, Jasmine, and a mutual friend were on a mountain or hiking. And they're halfway there. And a mutual friend says, I can't do it. I got a medical condition. I'm tired. I got to go back, y'all. I can't make it. And Jasmine said, no, not today. We halfway here. We're going to finish going halfway up. So that woman is drugged, pushed, carried up that mountain. Okay, Lakeisha never told me how she got back down. But she got it there. So, with those three things, those three caveats in mind, here's a quote. She is strong, determined, full of drive and perseverance. If you're in a boat, she will paddle hard to get you to the other shore, even if you aren't doing all that you're supposed to do. She will rescue you when you're drowning. She will push you and pull you to your limits. But in the end, she will make sure that we're all going to get up to that mountain together. I was like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Okay. So, with all that being said, in the spirit of Chief Paulina, where's that strike?
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the publishing of the promotion order.
Publish the order.
The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Caldwell. In view of these special qualities and her demonstrated potential to serve in the next higher grade, Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Caldwell is promoted to the grade of Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force, effective 1 January 2020 by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, Chief Caldwell's children will come forward to tack on her new rank.